What up, what up, what up? It's yours truly. I'm the one and only. I go by the name of Mr. TALIAFERRO. Please make sure you're following your boy on Instagram at itsmrtaliaferro. I got that out the way. Look, I got you in this video. Don't worry about it. I got you. I will cover every base that you need me to cover. I promise you. I got you. Don't worry about it. So, Drew Brees, the starting quarterback of the New Orleans Saints, is the moment Drew Brees retires, as soon as 5 years surpasses, this dude is going into the Hall of Fame first ballot. This dude's already won one Super Bowl, competing at this point in his career to just try to get one more illustrious championship to get him in a different class of elite athletes. He has oftentimes been saluted and praised for his great decision-making on the field. Well, today off the field, Drew Brees made a very terrible decision in all of my estimations. So Drew Brees opted to do an interview with Yahoo Finance. Yo, who the hell risked their livelihood doing an interview with Yahoo Finance? Drew Brees, let me repeat this, ladies and gentlemen, did an interview with Yahoo Finance. What the hell is he doing? An interview talking about the flag with Yahoo Finance. Before we get into the comments from Drew Brees, I want to bring a couple of things to your attention. Remember earlier this week when I brought up Desi Banks, who got criticized and called out by a lot of people on social media, and a lot of people canceled Desi Banks because of his rhetoric following the protest that swept our nation over the killing of George Floyd? Remember when I said to Desi Banks, I said, yo, Desi, you make your money over the last few months, your views, you get all of your views for the most part of hood parody videos. You need to be a better businessman to come out, not talk about George Floyd being murdered, but to come out and make a comment about the protests and how you don't like the looting in the protests. Don't you think before you go there, you need to talk about how this black man got killed at the hands of the police? I already told y'all what I think about celebrities speaking out. In regards to Desi Banks, I thought it was poor branding. In regards to celebrity, I'm Mr. TALIAFERRO speaking right here. I told y'all I don't need celebrities to speak out if they don't have anything informed, well-researched. If they don't have anything smart to say, I don't want to hear it. I don't need celebrities to be my social activists. I don't need that personally. So we're going to combine two things that you already heard your boy speak on this week in regards to not needing celebrities to speak out if they don't have anything intelligent to say. And in regards to Desi Banks, poor branding, poor decision making. We're about to combine all that. So for all my moderate sports fans out there, yours truly, Mr. TALIAFERRO, is a very big sports fanatic, and I'm a reporter for sports. Mostly NFL and NBA. So for those who don't know, this side of the television business with sports, Drew Brees is about, I say, 2 years away from retiring, right? He's about 2 years out. He just signed a new deal. He's about 2 years away from retiring. Tony Romo, the former quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys, he is killing it on TV right now. He has become the leader in color analysis on television right now. He is bodying it right now. He just got the bag, too. He's making more money than most NFL players just analyzing the game, one game a week. So, with Tony Romo killing it, what are television networks doing? Everyone's out to find the next Tony Romo. Drew Brees. Peyton Manning ain't want the job. Peyton could be on television right now, but Peyton has too many brands. He don't want to be boggled down doing that. Tom Brady's still playing into his 40s. Peyton Manning don't want to do it. Well, look around. You know there's got to be a certain image that they want for that position. Drew Brees fits the mold. Drew Brees right now is the leader in the clubhouse to get a position as soon as he retires doing color commentary. Also, it's worth noting that Drew Brees is the starting quarterback for the New Orleans Saints, one of the blackest cities in this country. And I'm not just talking about from literally from a skin complexion standpoint. You go to New Orleans, you spend any type of time in New Orleans, you feel the culture, you feel our people, you feel the love from our people there 5 minutes once you sit in Louisiana. You step into Louisiana, you get to New Orleans, it's there. It's up there, all over the place. Them strong accents, that good food, it's there. Drew Brees is the starting quarterback of that black city. And he decided to come out in this interview with Yahoo Finance and make these comments about anyone who does not opt to stand for the national anthem. Obviously, he's referring back to Colin Kaepernick, who years ago decided to kneel. It cost him his livelihood. And all the protests going on around right now, some peaceful, some not so peaceful. I think it's fair to say Colin Kaepernick tried to kneel peacefully to stand up for police brutality. Y'all ain't want that. It looks like Drew Brees still doesn't want that. Listen to this clip.
Well, I will never agree with anybody disrespecting the flag of the United States of America or our country. Let me just tell you what I see or what I feel when the national anthem is played and when I look at the flag of the United States. I envision my two grandfathers who fought for this country during World War II, one in the Army and one in the Marine Corps, both risking their lives to protect our country and to try to make our country and this world a better place. So every time I stand with my hand over my heart, looking at that flag and singing the national anthem, that's what I think about. And in many cases, it brings me to tears, thinking about all that has been sacrificed, not just those in the military, but for that matter, those throughout the civil rights movements of the 60s, and everyone and all that has been endured by so many people up until this point. And is everything right with our country right now? No, it's not. We still have a long way to go. But I think what you do by standing there and showing respect to the flag with your hand over your heart is it shows unity. It shows that we are all in this together, we can all do better, and that we are all part of the solution.
There's so many things to debunk in what Drew Brees just said, that foolishness that the starting quarterback of the New Orleans Saints just said. But because I'm already over on time and I don't want this to be a 20-minute video, let me just go ahead and get into the Colin Kaepernick part of this thing. Okay, all you NFL players out there that disagree, you owners as well, you GMs, all y'all that disagree with Colin Kaepernick's decision to kneel for the national anthem. Okay, let me just break this down as quickly as I can. Colin Kaepernick already came out and told you guys on multiple occasions, I am not kneeling in disrespect to the national anthem, to anybody that fought for this country. I'm kneeling because I don't agree with this country 100%, and we need to do a better job at taking care of black citizens when they're at traffic stops with police officers. That's what Colin Kaepernick initially kneeled for. He kneeled because he didn't feel comfortable pledging allegiance to the flag of this country until black lives stopped getting killed at the hands of the police. He said that countless times. Y'all read what y'all want to read. Y'all spinning whatever narrative that y'all want to spin. He said, I'm literally not trying to be disrespectful to military. As a matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, initially Colin Kaepernick was just sitting down during the national anthem, but he actually sat and talked with a veteran, a war veteran, and the veteran said, I understand your frustration. I know you want to speak out. You're not pledging your allegiance to this flag at this moment. We get it. Kneeling would be still respectful to military and people that fought for this country, but at the same time, it gets your point across and you're not pledging allegiance and standing for the flag. He literally got the kneeling mechanism from a veteran, a war veteran. But y'all hear what y'all want to hear. Okay, let's move on to the military thing specifically. Colin Kaepernick told y'all he wasn't trying to be disrespectful to the military. But since y'all want to talk about the military, my granddad went and fought for this country. He was in the military. Now, my granddad passed away. One of my granddads passed away at an early age of my life. I didn't get to know him well, but I've heard countless stories about my granddad. Okay, this military thing here. Y'all pissed me off with this one, right? Okay, I know my granddad went to war and fought, but I knew a little bit about his personality, and I got to know him through others who told me about my granddad. I guarantee you, my granddad would not, by the way, a black man, all right? Guarantee you my granddad would not be upset at anyone kneeling for the flag if we also added, granddad, we're kneeling for the flag not to be disrespectful to you, but because a black man just got killed. A black woman just got killed at a traffic stop by the police officer. I guarantee if I explain that to my granddad, if I had that opportunity, he would not be upset about that. You want to know why? Because my granddad understood the concept of racism. He know what's real, and he understands that his grandson wouldn't be disrespectful intentionally. Okay? There are war veterans all around this country, whether they want to admit it or not. They know damn well Colin Kaepernick's intent, or anybody that kneeled for that flag, intent was not to be disrespectful to anybody that fought in the country. Do y'all not realize that a lot of people that go fight in wars also just so happen to be black or brown? Why y'all just act like only white people go fight for the war? No, there are people of color that fight for this country as well, and I don't see them coming out and getting upset at Colin Kaepernick for nearly want to know why? Because they know racism exists in America. Again, I already brought up the fact that Drew Brees plays for the New Orleans Saints, but let's deep dive into that a little further though. I want to go into that a little further, right? This was one of the most tone-deaf comments I've ever seen an athlete make at this time. I've already told y'all, if the first sentence that comes out of your mouth is not about your frustration over watching a black man get killed on camera by the police for no reason, you're part of the problem. You're part of the problem. Drew, even if you don't have anything nice to say about George Floyd or that situation, do you really think it was a good time to come out and make that remark? You're not tone deaf to what's going on your television screen. I guarantee you, as much money as Drew Brees did made throwing the football to black athletes, I guarantee you he has not been tone deaf to what's going on in America. Every state in this country has had a riot in it, a protest in it. All right? So you know what's going on. Do you believe right now, during this time, you really believe, if that's your stance, if I think it's dumb, but if that's your stance, do you believe it's the time to do an interview with Yahoo Finance right now, or allow that interview to be published right now? You let that get in the atmosphere right now, during these times? You doing that right now? After you know Colin Kaepernick was blackballed from the league, and you know what he was protesting for, and you know what he was kneeling for, and you know what's going on in the country right now. That is as tone deaf and flat foot. There is no other way around it. That is dumb. You are an idiot for making that comment. Right now, Drew Brees, I don't know how can I intelligently look at you. Like, Drew, you get paid. A lot of the money that you make on that field happens before you say hike. Meaning, you breaking down plays, breaking down scenarios, breaking down film that you've watched, breaking down what this guy on defense is doing, breaking down if that defensive tackle is going to come at you. That defensive end, is he coming your way? Is he blitzing or is he staying back? Is that corner going to come towards you? Or what is he playing? Is he in zone? That is your job. Your job is making decisions at the best of your capabilities. How would you not assess the state of America right now and think that would be the right thing to say right now? How could you not assess the situation of America right now better than that? In your own locker room, you've caused chaos. Alvin Kamara, your star running back, the guy that, you know, gets you 5 or 6 yards on first down, because your arm ain't the greatest. It ain't the best that it ain't the best that it's ever been, Drew. You're on the downside of your career. One of the reasons why you're having a lot of success at this point in your career is because Alvin Kamara, the running back of the New Orleans Saints, who's yet to get paid, by the way, New Orleans Saints, I'm watching you guys on the clock to pay my boy, my Tennessee Vols brethren, Alvin Kamara. You don't think he's upset at your comments? I know he's upset because he called you an opt on his Twitter account as soon as the interview was released. Okay, Alvin Kamara, your running back that's behind you, that literally goes and gets you 6 yards, that gets tackled pretty much every play. Okay, he's not happy at your comments. Okay. Oh, the leader of your defense, Cameron Jordan. He tweeted out, be a better ally. If you go on Cameron Jordan's timeline right now, it is literally all about Drew Brees right now. That's the leader of your defense. Matter of fact, Cameron Jordan is blaming himself for not being a better person and schooling Drew Brees on black issues better than that. Okay? So the leader of your defense is is not happy. My guess is if your running back and the leader of your defense is not happy, my guess, and I could be wrong about this, I could be wrong. My guess, if those two guys, two of the stars of your team, two of the more popular players on your team, not named you, if they're not happy, my guess is your offensive line is not the happiest. Okay, Drew Brees, you get injured like once every year. Matter of fact, last year you got hurt. You missed a lot of time. That's why your backup, Teddy Bridgewater, had to come in and hold things down for you. I think Teddy only lost one game, if I'm not mistaken, while Drew Brees was gone. Okay. Drew, by the way, y'all just signed Jameis Winston for a reason. I know that boy throws a lot of them interceptions, but be clear. 30 touchdowns, 30 interceptions throwing Jameis Winston. The reason why they signed him is because you're injury prone. Okay, so you probably pissed off your offensive line with your comments. Okay, those are the guys that block for you. You don't think it's possible with the comments that you made for one of them linemen to say, man, screw it. This dude don't care about me anyway. Man, I'm not finna go out here and risk my life going against some of the best athletes in the world on defense. I'm gonna just let them run right through and tackle, bruh. I ain't finna fight the hardest for him because I know behind the scenes he don't want to fight the hardest for me. You don't think that can happen next year to you? Like I said, you get hurt every year. You get hurt once every year. Last year was the thumb. It's been more. You get hurt every year. It's been the ribs. It's been the knee. Remember, you've had your share of injuries. So, Drew, you don't think you didn't think that, like, think that through? Okay, who do you throw it to? What's the best thing Drew Brees got going? Because as much as I love Alvin Kamara, the best thing that Drew Brees got going right now, it happens to be a guy that's actually playing on the outside, playing on the wide receiver position. He goes by the name of Michael Thomas. He gets you about 10, 11 catches a game. He usually leads the NFL in catches. He is literally the most reliable thing Drew Brees has in his career right now. Literally, Michael Thomas is that guy for Drew Brees. Okay, you pissed Michael Thomas off. As a matter of fact, on his social media account, a few moments ago, I just saw him say he doesn't know no better. We don't care if you don't agree or whoever else. How about that? Okay, that's your star receiver who's unhappy with your comments. That's the guy you throw the ball to. Pretty much 45, 50% of the game. You're throwing it to Drew. You're throwing it to Michael Thomas. And he's upset with you. Listen to me. Even if Drew has that viewpoint that I strongly disagree with, why would you say it now? You see, y'all tell me all the time, a guy that doesn't have a job right now, that's working his behind off right now, that's in better shape than Drew Brees, goes by the name of Cameron Newton, the former starting quarterback of the Carolina Panthers, the former league MVP, and he got to a Super Bowl. So y'all tell me all the time, he dresses crazy, he doesn't make the best decisions. Y'all tell me all the time, y'all tell me that's why he doesn't got a position as a quarterback in his league right now. That's why he's unemployed right now. To me, what Drew Brees just did, that didn't show me leadership. That didn't show me awareness. He looks clueless to what's going on to America right now. And I know he's not that dumb. But he made a dumb comment. Steven Jackson, obviously a guy that was fairly close to George Floyd, and Ed Reed, Hall of Famer, they had their comments on Drew Brees. Check it out.
Michael Thomas, man. Way to hold Drew Brees accountable, Mike. I don't give a damn if he throw you all them touchdowns. Hold his ass accountable. Wrong, bad timing, Drew Brees. Bad timing, bro. All right? You play for New Orleans and you live in New Orleans. All them black people in New Orleans that support you, Drew Brees, you got to be a little bit more sensitive to the timing, bro. You can't just be saying shit out your ass. Yeah, you should understand. But y'all got to hold all y'all white teammates accountable, bro. Fuck all that shit. You know what I'm saying? We got to end that shit now. Ain't no straddling the fence, all right? Y'all got to check y'all teammates. Michael Thomas, I salute you, bro. Fuck Drew Brees. Way to check his ass. If you ain't down with us, then, hey, you on the other side. All that friend shit and acting like you support us, acting like you really down with us, we ain't buying that shit. All that half-ass supporting us, we ain't down with that. The same motherfucker you half-ass supporting is the same motherfucker you throwing them passes to that make you get all these goddamn yards. Facts. But y'all don't like.
I'm gonna just get straight to it. I see Drew Brees trying to do his part in keeping black folk down. You're a straight sucker for that, Drew Brees. We all got kids, so I'm gonna try to mind what I say right now. Drew Brees, you're a straight sucker, man. You're a sucker for that, bro. Why you think all these young people out here protesting? Why you think they out here protesting? The looting, I can see you speaking on the looting and saying that's bad, you don't support that. But why you think all these young people out here protesting? I really ain't got no more words for you, bro. You're a sucker, man. Straight BS, man. Straight BS. And for all my Saints fans, for all my New Orleans people who still like your ass just because they want to win games, y'all right with them. You understand? Drew Brees, you're a sucker. You're going to be a sucker. You understand? Punk, man.
The most popular athlete of this generation came out and said, wow, man, it is still surprising at this point. Sure isn't. You literally still don't understand why Cap was kneeling on one knee. Has absolutely nothing to do with the disrespect of the flag and our soldiers, men and women, who keep our land free. My father-in-law was one of those men who fought as well for this country. I asked him the question about it and thank him all the time for his commitment. He never found Cap's peaceful protest offensive because he and I both know what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. God bless you. That is the most popular athlete of this generation, LeBron James, speaking out against Drew Brees. And I do believe that holds a lot of merit. For a guy of LeBron's stature, with popularity, to come out immediately and speak against Drew Brees' comments, trust and believe that holds a lot of weight. And the fact that an athlete like that will come out against Drew Brees, that holds a lot of power. You know, Tom Brady for damn sure won't do it. Peyton Manning, I know he's retired, but he's got a big voice. I just saw his behind playing golf alongside Tiger Woods, sorry behind, and Phil Mickelson. And Tom Brady's never speaking up Donald Trump loving, but I just saw them playing golf last week. Y'all had a lot of fun. I saw Peyton Manning taking shots at Tom Brady, talking smack. He ain't nowhere to be found this week, nor is Tom Brady. I just saw y'all all last weekend playing golf with all type of comments. I don't see nothing from y'all now. Not even a rebuttal against y'all guy Drew Brees, but y'all live by that boys club. And I want to commend Aaron Rodgers for coming out and denouncing Drew Brees. He ain't have to do that, but he should, and I'm happy that he did. And the cluelessness, man, the lack of awareness. We got to call it how I see it. I just called Desi Banks out for this earlier in the week. I said, Desi, you got to know who you are. You got to know what you do for a living. And if that's what you feel deep down, I disagree with it. I think you need to check yourself at the door. But if that is the world that you live in, that's what you think, that's the first thing that comes to your mind, you got to keep that to yourself right now. That's a terrible business move. And Drew Brees, that's a terrible business move on your end. Stupid lack of awareness and accountability. Why in the hell is this man talking to Yahoo Finance right before camp start for football season? You saying that ridiculousness on a team full of black guys? You still bringing up Colin Kaepernick? Because that Kaepernick stain still stands with the NFL. The fact that man lost his career. Be clear, Colin Kaepernick at the time of kneeling, he was not a starting quarterback in the NFL. Man risked his whole career. Now, you could disagree with some of the ways Colin Kaepernick went about taking jobs in the NFL afterwards or not taking jobs. You could disagree with that because I got my disagreements as well. But be clear, there is no disagreement in this. This is fact. He risked his livelihood as a backup quarterback in the NFL to kneel for what was right. And as we see what happens in America, as people continue to complain about looting and protests not being as peaceful, that Colin Kaepernick image of him kneeling, trying to be as peaceful as possible during this time sticks with people. And the fact that Drew Brees is like, I can't even give him that. Nah, bro. I don't agree with these violent protests because obviously that's what's on Drew Brees' mind. If he doesn't agree with anybody kneeling for a flag peacefully, he's not for any type of violent protest. So you don't agree with any type of protest for the George Floyd killing that was on camera. You don't even agree with peaceful protests. You don't agree with any disrespect for the flag, but nothing about George Floyd and the fact that man was gunned down by police. I just can't, man. My nerves, y'all working. My nerves, man. Y'all doing it to me, man. Y'all doing it to me. I thank you guys so much for the time, love, support. It's what I don't take it for granted. I never take it for granted. Salute. I'm out.